Hello, my name is Arno, and my previous videos have all been in Finnish, because I'm from Finland. But now I'm thinking of making all my subsequent videos in English to be more universal, I guess. I haven't made any videos in a while, so I thought I'd make one where I go through a couple of things I've been making lately, which I haven't ended up on a video. So, we are currently at Tampere Hack Lab. This is where I do basically all of my hacking things these days. I haven't bothered making a workspace at my home. So downstairs we have a couple of electronics workspaces and some basic tools for wood and stuff. There's some tools on the wall, and this sort of fume hood or fume box for small paint jobs and shots. And in here we have lots of boxes with materials for use, and also some personal boxes, like there's mine. So what I've been up to lately, well, I 3D printed a Terminator, and a friend of mine painted it, so that's nice. I made this sort of Soundbox. It's basically just a MP3 player, and the idea was to make a sort of ambient noise generator or something like that. I don't know, it might still become something else. This box was originally a doorbell that I made in school many years ago. And moving on, here's the Turbinator. There's a separate video coming for that one. And on the shelf here we got various things. This robot I made a video about it, but I might as well show it again, because the first video was not very good. Basically it's a lamp that I got from the trash, and then I built some electronics into it. It's just an Arduino board in there with the batteries on the bottom, and one of the analog inputs is connected to the chassis, so it reacts to all sorts of changing electric fields. Like I've got this plastic thingy here. If I rub it on my shirt, I can change the sounds the robot makes, and it has these 3 position switches on the head which change the various modes that it has. Yeah, it's fun. It's just fun. And the nose also changes, because it's got a potentiometer and the on-off on the same thing. Moving on. There's all sorts of unfinished stuff on the shelf here. This is another robot I have made a video previously about. Basically it's a clone of the Mark Tilden Strider. The main thing with this one is that it uses 100 farad lithium-ion capacitor, which is a hybrid technology. Basically the anode is, I think it's the anode that is doped with lithium, so it gets the higher 3.8 volt maximum voltage, and it walks quite a while with the 100 farads. Right now I should recharge it because it's moving a little bit slow. It has these bumpers on the front legs which make it turn one way or the other. It's basically functionally very similar to the original Strider, and sometimes it stops to kind of look around with the eyes here, but that doesn't work as well as it should because the I think the motor is not strong enough for this spring that I used. All in all, it's one of the nicer complete robots that I've built. And here's a Walkman clone. Oh crap. Okay, and we're back. I ran out of battery there. So this is a Walkman clone. The thing with this is I 3D printed these parts just to test the 3D printer. I was pretty new to that technology when I made this. But yeah, basic Walkman V-Buck 1.5 clone. It doesn't have any sensors hooked up. It does walk. I think it's somewhat broken at the moment. I think the center motor coupling is giving up. And this is a couple of years old by now. You can see the plastic was not very good, so it's starting to get a little porous. I don't think it's gonna hold up very well for much longer. Anyways, moving on. Here's a couple of line following robots. This one doesn't actually work. It was supposed to rotate on its base. There's a motor there, and then it flips itself around with this arm. I hooked something up the wrong way around, and it burned something on the control chip, so it can't see the line, so it just rotates around. But the basic mechanics work. It should be able to follow a line if only it worked, but the concept is I think it would work. And the motors are controlled with these relays and this bicore chip that or this bicore PCB that I designed. And again, phone battery, and just very basic beam robot construction, copper wire and wire terminal blocks for mounting on the motor shaft. And moving on, this is probably the smallest robot I've ever made. It also has this lithium-ion capacitor. This one is 40 farads. It's all surface mount components, and these small motors which are linked to these wheels. This one doesn't work at the moment. I think I should recharge it. It did work. It does follow a line, but if it's charged, if the voltage is too high, it goes too fast and it misses the line. And also it only uses 5 inverters and 2 H bridges for the motors. Okay, let's just put these back there. And there's another line following robot. This one I made out of broken down vacuum cleaners, like these small ones you use. Dustbuster, I think it's called. And this one is, it's got the Arduino there and 5 sensors, yeah, 5 on the bottom there. This one also worked quite fine. Of course, I'm not gonna well, I guess I can. The floor here is kinda funky, so I can demonstrate the robot that it does indeed track the black and white somewhat. Of course, I would need the proper line for it to really follow it. Yeah, there you see, it does what it's supposed to. And I've got this set up that I can push this button and see the battery voltage. Right now I think it's a little low, because it's 12 cells and it's showing 11, so I should recharge that one as well. Moving on, the big one here, it's just a bigger version of this small Strido clone, but it had a bunch of problems, so it did walk a couple of steps, but right now it's just looking pretty on the shelf. And move back here. Let's just take this over here. Well, there's a couple of videos of this one also, but I might as well explain some of it in English. So this is a Ferrofluid, basically a office toy, and we take a magnet there. I can demonstrate. It's a fun, very fun toy. You can do lots of fun stuff with magnets. So here's one fun thing I did. It's let's just put this here, power it on, calibrate the stick here. So basically, again with the Arduino joystick, which controls these electromagnets. There's one permanent magnet on the center, so when I place this Ferrofluid bottle here, it seeks this middle position, and then you can use the joystick to control the ferrofluid and move it around. And if you push, this is the PWM mode, which allows for more precise control of the ferrofluid. And we push again and we go to the automatic mode. And now if we hold this to the right, it increases the speed at which it rotates the magnetic field around. So that's fast, and if we find the right speed, it sort of dances around. So that's another fun thing. Alright, let's see if we got some more fun stuff around here. Here's another unfinished project. It's already getting a little dusty, but yeah, it's a solar tracker with 2 degrees of freedom. So it rotates around, and it can also tilt the panels. Obviously it's not functional yet, so I only have these limit switches for the tilt hooked up, and the chassis is ready. I should just build the electronics to control it. And here's another fun thing made with the 3D printer. It's a 3D scan of my head, which is also what I used on the Turbinator. And just a fun little cube face. And oh yeah, this is the one I'm building at the moment. It's another trussed lamp turned into robot form. I had these ornament acrylic spheres, and this one happened to be exactly the same size as this lamp part. So obviously it's gonna be a robot. And the this whatchamacallit, thing you use to point the light where you want, it turned into a jetpack. And there's a RGB LED in there. It's going to simulate a sort of flame on the jetpack. And it's this brass tubing which I've just soldered into form. There's the wires for the LED, and these 2 wires go all the way through the body, through the legs, and I'm going to place the batteries in here. Sort of similar construction as the other robot there. And here's the concept art for the robot. Still have to figure out how to make the arms and what sort of tricks it should do. So that's, I think, all the major projects I've been doing lately. I will try to make more videos in English, and thanks for watching, I guess.